Okay, Miss Ashlyn, I've got 3 different books for you to choose from. And I think you've already taken the time to look through them, so which book do you want to read?
Hooved Animals.
Hooved Animals. Why do you think you'll like that book?
Because it's about horses, and I really like horses.
Yeah, I think you do like horses. I kind of determined that from visiting with you. What do you think this book is going to be about?
It's going to tell about all the different animals with hooves on, like that have hooves, and what hooves are.
What hooves are? Very good. Do you think this book is going to be fiction or nonfiction?
Nonfiction.
Nonfiction. So what is nonfiction?
Something that is based on facts.
Based on facts. Very good. And so if we're reading a book about nonfiction, what is our purpose for reading that book?
To learn facts about the horse, about animals or any facts that you need to know.
That's right. And we know specifically we're probably going to learn facts about
horses.
Animals.
Hooved animals.
Animals that have hooves. Do you know what a hoof is? Yeah? What's a hoof?
The toe of the horse.
Oh, okay.
Or animal.
Yeah. And what does your stepdad do?
Shoes. He shoes horses.
That's what I thought. He shoes horses. Let's take the time to take a picture walk through our book that we have here.
Part of the paper. It shows table of contents with the horseshoe on it.
Sure does. So we know that the title of each chapter is going to tell us what?
What are hooved animals or odd-toed?
Yeah, that's a big word, isn't it? What if we broke that up? What do you think that is?
Lates.
Yeah, you got the and you got the lates. Ungue. And then what was the last part?
Okay.
Remember, the E's going to make the A do what? Do you remember?
Say its name.
Exactly. So.
Lates.
Yeah, so ungulates. Ungulates.
Even-toed, ungulate.
That's a big word.
Conclusion, glossary, and index.
Very good. And our conclusion is going to tell us what? What does conclusion mean?
I forgot what it's called. Can't think of it.
You can't think of it? Like at the end of a story, we have a what?
Conclusion.
Which usually does what to the story?
Retells the story.
Retells it or ties it all together, right? Gives us an ending. And then we have what's underneath the conclusion?
Glossary.
Glossary. And what's in the glossary that we might need?
Explains what it is. Explain what the word is.
Exactly. Explains what the word is. It tells us the meaning. So sometimes if we don't understand, because this is nonfiction, if we don't understand, we could go where?
The glossary.
The glossary and look up a word and see what it means, right? Oh, here, I'm going to let you. I didn't mean to. You take the picture walks this time.
Oops. What are hooved animals? And it shows a picture of some kind of animal.
Yeah, that's a gazelle.
Gazelle. And then it shows a horse that's hooked up to a wagon. And then it shows
do you know what that's called? No, that's like a diagram to help us understand. Those are in there so we can look at them and get a better understanding of whatever this is going to be about is probably going to go along with this diagram and help us understand better.
It shows a picture of a horse's hoof and its bones, and then it shows a human's head. Yeah. It's kind of like it.
Yeah, it's cool, huh?
And it shows the different kind of hooves, like how they look. Odd-toed.
Ungulates. That is a tough word.
And then it shows a rhino hooves, and then horse's hooves, zebra, and donkey.
Yeah. Do you think the horse, the zebra, and the donkey might have something in common? Yeah.
I think the horse and the donkey have really good in common.
Yeah.
And I think mostly the zebra and the donkey, kind of.
I think they might too. I'll be interested to read and find out what it's telling me.
And it shows a trotting horse, or kind of like a running horse, I guess how you would say it. And then it shows horse races, race horses. And then it shows some zebras and tells you, did you know? And it shows a rhino walking around.
I hear, oh no, I was thinking it was rhinos that I heard were really mean, but I think it's hippopotamuses. Of course, I think rhinos are probably really mean too. Either way.
And it shows even-toed
Ungulates.
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 It shows a camo and a hippo. And then a log.
A warthog.
warthog.
Yeah, we just have to split that into two words. Warthog. They're really ugly.
And it shows a giraffe and then a hippo.
A hippo. Does this make you think of anything? Have you ever seen a warthog anywhere? What was that Walt Disney movie, The Lion King?
Oh, yeah.
That was his friend was a warthog.
And it shows another picture of a camo and a
That is an antelope.
antelope. And then it shows a moose.
A moose.
Moose.
We get some facts in there. Some do you know facts? Those are always pretty cool.
And it shows a longhorn and then a aoudad and some goat. And then I
That's
do
a
not
kudu antelope.
know. Kudu
They're from
antelope.
Africa. I only know that because my father-in-law has gone hunting for kudu before.
And then some running horses.
Mhm.
On its conclusion.
Yeah, our conclusion, which means what?
Ties the story up together.
Ties the story all together, and then
And then
there's our glossary. Yeah, so that that ungulates is what?
A hooved animal.
Hooved animals. Yeah, we're probably going to have to refer to our glossary a few times because there's some pretty tough scientific words in here. So we've already made our prediction. So does this, are you thinking that you know some stuff about hooved animals? I'm thinking you do too. That's why I selected this story. Should we start reading it?
What are hooved animals? Hooved animals are among the most graceful creatures on earth. Large, powerful, and designed for speed, they are beautiful and fantastic.
So let's see. If we close this off, what would that make?
Fast.
Bass. And then that's a soft C in there. Can you see it? I'm holding it too. So if you're just looking at that, do you know what a soft C, what sound a soft C makes? It makes a S sound like an S.
Okay.
So fasten, and then fasten. So put it all together. Fascinating. So fascinating. So then let's reread that sentence and make it all make sense.
Large, powerful, and designed for speed. They are beautiful and
Fascinating. Yeah, we kind of butchered that.
In adding or roaming, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So wait, let's look at this one because you said adding and you have the beginning of that right, but look what it ends in. Yes.
Addition.
Very good. In addition to, and then we got to do this one. What sound would those make together? Add, and then you have admiring
them in the wild. Humans are visiting them in zoos, hunting them, and kept them as sources of milk, meat, wool, labor, transportation, and companionship.
Very good. That was a big multi-syllabic word. You're right, companionship. So hooved animals are what? What are we saying about them?
Large and powerful and designed for speed animals. Like they have a lot of power in their hooves.
That's right. They have a lot of power, and we use them for what?
Like for milk, meat, wool, labor, transportation, and companionship.
Companionship. What is companionship? What do you
Um,
think that means?
like,
That a companion is somebody that's your friend. So would you agree your horse is your friend, that he's your companion? Yeah.
hoofed animals all belong to a group of mammals called ungulates.
Ungulate.
Ungulates. All modern mammals that lived 65 million years ago. Ungulates have hooves made of a material called
So look at the beginning. So what would you have there?
Keratin covering their toes. Hooves are like giant toenails that serve as protection for their feet.
Very good. So we know that hoofed animals belong to what group? Yeah, ungulates. And what is important about their toes?
It gives them protection on their feet.
Yes, it helps. What is it covered with? Do you remember? Other big word. Keratin. Very good. So.
Kind of sounds like a medicine, like keratin, like it could be called a medicine almost.
Yeah.
To me,
I think you've probably heard it on TV. Because it's a word that we refer to. Let's look at the glossary, because I was thinking let's see, is it back here?
Keratin, a hard material that makes up horns, hooves, hair, and fingernails.
That's what I thought. So that's why you've heard that. They make lotions and things that have keratin in them to help strengthen your nails. Yeah, so that's good connection.
Most hoofed animals are herbivores, plant eaters, and many of them are food of carnivore meat eaters. One of their primary
Yeah, that's right. You did a good job.
challenges in life is to
Okay, so what we said, this was what kind of story when we started reading it?
nonfiction.
A nonfiction story. So what did we get from this story?
Facts. About hoofed animals.
Very good, about hooved animals in particular, huh? Is there anything that stuck out from what you've read that you found to be interesting, or you made a connection to?
I've seen two kinds of animals that are really endangered.
Mm-hmm. Tell me which ones? What'd you read?
Rhinos and zebras.
Right. Well, rhinos.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And did it tell us the zebra? I can't even remember now. It didn't. Oh, some species of zebras are severely endangered. Very good. And you knew exactly where that was. That's awesome, because I didn't remember reading that a while ago. So, can you think of anything else from here that you found to be interesting or?
Rhinos are the second largest land animal after elephants.
Very good. And why did you think that was interesting?
Because elephants are really big, and I've never actually seen a real life rhino.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't think they would be that big.
Yeah. Very good. Okay.
They're actually really big.
Excellent. And then you said something else to me. You said you thought you knew. Remember, we were reading about the zebras and their stripes, and do you remember what you said to me?
I'm pretty sure they don't have their stripes right after they're born. It kind of takes them like a few months to get them. I'm pretty sure that's Dalmatians.
So you heard that fact. So what could we maybe do to find out more information about that?
Search up online.
Yeah, we could go search. So maybe we ought to do that before in the near future and see what we can find out about zebras and their stripes, or maybe Dalmatians and their spots. We're not sure.